Near the end of July of 2023, my old friend Mirek and I did a pack rafting / fishing trip down the Kettle River where it flows through the Christian Valley. I'd done a similar trip last year at exactly the same time with a canoe and a pack raft. Conditions couldn't have been more different. This trip put us old farts to the test, both mentally and physically. So prepare to hear some swearing, some whining, and a bit of laughter. So it's July 21st. At Westbridge right now, waiting for Mirek. He should be here shortly. And gonna get going on our Kettle River trip. Did the same trip last year, not with Mirek though, so it'll be pretty cool. First time we've done something like this. Super hot, like 39 degrees. So that kind of sucks, but we'll deal with it best we can. Once Mirek showed up, we headed upriver to leave his vehicle at our takeout spot, but then immediately ran into our first problem of the trip. Little bit of an auspicious start here. The first place we went, there was a full-on 100 people party, so we got plan B.
It worked so far.
So far. Here we go, packing stuff in. We're just blowing the boats up. So what do you think?
Ready to go.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. I've been friends with Mirek now for over 30 years. He was my main climbing partner when I lived in the Kootenays. We climbed hard and put up new rock routes in the Nelson and Slocan area, and together we've climbed some big alpine walls in places like the Bugaboos, the Yukon, and the Valhallas. He's really intelligent and an interesting guy to be around and a lot of fun. Having said that, he only did develop an interest in fishing just a couple of years ago now, and he loves it and he's still learning lots, and this was our first ever fishing trip together. So after Mirek and I put in, we spent the next 2.5 hours mostly walking on very slippery rocks, dragging our pack rafts in extremely shallow water. It was not fun at all, and if we had brought a canoe, the trip would have already been over. Found a place to camp. Man, is the water low. Oh, so hard to walk. Mirek and I both have mucked up ankles. We're going to camp here. This is a nice spot.
Deeper water.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hello. Hello, Kettle River. Hoo-ha.
Very low water. And you got two gimps.
Take a fucking boat for a walk.
Exactly. Took a boat for a walk.
Look for the road trip to get the fuck out of there. Cheers.
I like your little perch there. Nice one. First fish of the trip. Beautiful little rainbow. And away we go. Hopefully there's going to be less walking. The water is so shallow. Oh shit. There's just no way. It was like this all day, keeping in mind that it's also really hot, like in the high 30s. No, looks like we're walking again. Like a beached whale. So far we've walked as much of this river as we've paddled. So it's pretty brutal, especially with my ankle and Mirek's ankle. Still walking. There's Mirek. Hard to describe how soul destroying this is. You just dragging the boat. The rocks are slippery. You never have any traction. And it's going on and on and on. These two videos are taken from the same general spot, exactly a year apart. If you look at the two big rocks, you can see the water is about a foot lower this year. Note the two logs on the top right of the screen. Well, it took me 5 to 10 minutes to walk down this rapid this year. Last year in 2022, it was less than a minute in the canoe. At this spot in the river, a major creek flows into it, and I was really hoping this would help raise the water level. And it was an obvious fishing spot. Got a little one. Is it a whitefish? It is, it's a little whitefish. Look at that. Put your ankle thing beside mine. Same ankle. Right ankle, right ankle. Ooh, it's hot.
It's pretty warm.
Pretty warm.
River's good though.
Except for the walking.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some water in that river.
Well, there's definitely more.
Yeah.
So I know I've been whining about ankles a lot. For me, it's because mine's very arthritic and needs replacing, but Mirek's ankle looked like this a year ago. He had a bad accident requiring surgery and afterwards developed a severe infection. Well, it's about 4 o'clock, 35 degrees, no, I guess it's 39, and we're hoping there's going to be more water, because we've done way too much walking. Well, a couple of hours later, we finally made it to our camping spot. We were both tired, hot, dehydrated, and hungry. We set up camp, had some food, did a little fishing, but shortly after that we were off to bed. Again, we were hoping tomorrow there'd be a lot less walking.
Hey, let's get down the fucking river.
Day 3, I guess, really.
Day 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Day 3, 10 o'clock, about 30 degrees. Baldy right there. Little rapid here. Hopefully there's enough water in it. That's one way to do it. Better than walking. Well, we had a lot more water in the river this day, so it wasn't nearly as difficult putting on miles. We got to the portage around 4:30 and decided to camp there for the night. The portage is around a small set of falls in a narrow slot canyon. It's about a 200-meter walk up and down a rock bluff, and it's a lot easier portaging with a pack raft than it is with a canoe.
A boat.
Trip number 2. Okay. It's nice when the weather's warm and you don't really have to be that concerned about organizing your camp.
Not raining.
It just like looks like a bomb went off.
Yeah.
This is our 4th day on the river, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4th day on the river.
Day number 4. Sprained my ankle. See how this goes. Look. I got 2 braces and Mirek doesn't have any. Last day. Day 4. Away we go. Hope there's a lot less walking. This is us walking on the 4th day. Me with a sprained ankle. Not happy, but just the way it goes. You know, things are getting tough when a couple of turkey vultures are following you around. Turkey vultures. So this next kilometer or so, it's near the end of the trip, and it consists of a couple of drops and a large boulder garden. Usually I line the canoe through here, but I thought it could be run with Packrafts, although it would have been nicer if the water was a foot or two higher.
Okay to run it, eh?
I think it'd be no problem.
Maybe just go down. Well, I mean, might as well walk it.
Yeah, I could walk it.
But it's fucking dangerous, fuck.
I know.
I think the feet, the fact that you can break your leg, it's higher risk than crawling your boat if you want.
Yeah, okay, let's point it around. I can't hardly put any weight on that foot anyway. See if it can hold it while I jump in. Unfortunately, my chest camera shifted, so this footage sucked. Well, that was one obstacle down, a couple more to go. This is the start of the boulder gardens. I got some decent footage for the top end of it, but then my camera moved again, and for the most part it was pointing at the sky. There are big boulders everywhere, and it can be really hard to pick a runnable line. This is looking back up at the bottom of the boulder gardens. Here comes Mirek. At this point, we had about another kilometer of paddling to get back to our takeout spot. We made it. Well, we still could run out of gas.
That can happen. Teamobile.
That wouldn't be my fault.
That'd be my fault.
Packing up. What'd you think of that?
That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome trip. That's for sure.
Fishing could be better, but
yeah,
it
whatever.
is what it is.
I learned heaps.
You got some fishing. So overall, it was another great trip. It was particularly nice to do it with Mirek. It was our first ever fishing or paddling trip together, and we both had a great time despite the heat, the walking, and the poor fishing. It was over 25 years ago since the two of us had last done any type of boys-only adventure together, so this trip was special just for that reason alone. We've definitely gotten slower, have more injuries, and are a little huskier in the stomach department, but we still had the exact same amount of fun.